I love this app. I heard about this app in school and I instantly loved it. My favorite article is Unlikely Friends, Christina, age 9.
Eine kostenlose Kindernews-App, die nicht nur für junge Leser nützlich ist, sondern auch für Lehrer? Der Gründer und Chefredakteur Russell Kahn hat sie mitentwickelt. News-O-Matic gewann 2015 den World Young Reader Prize und ist vor allem für Kinder im nordamerikanischen Raum gedacht.
Hi there, my name is Russ and I'm the editor-in-chief of News-O-Matic. Every day we produce engaging, relevant news stories covering the latest in world news, sports, arts, science, and the wacky stories we know kids love. Here are some of the other features.
News-O-Matic is an ad-free newspaper that produces 5 articles a day. Users can also go back to the past 10 editions, which help them keep up to date with developing stories. The bilingual feature allows readers to access the articles in both English and Spanish. Teachers can also assess reading and comprehension skills with multiple choice questions correlated to the standards. They have access to an analytic dashboard where they have the ability to choose different Lexile levels per student, as well as the chance to create customizable open-ended questions by individual or group. With the ability to create their own classrooms, teachers also have the luxury of implementing a classroom chat. Readers can learn the distance that separates them from the location of the news, the local language spoken, and other relevant information, like a geography fun fact. All of the articles published are vetted by Dr. Phyllis Orr, a child psychologist. Students also have the options to interact with the articles even more through games. News-O-Matic is available on both Android and Apple products.
Eine Art internationale Kindernachrichtenagentur ist das Netzwerk Wadada News for Kids. Gründer der Organisation ist die niederländische NGO Free Press Unlimited, die sowohl ein eigenes Programm liefert, als auch Content für seine Partnersender auf der ganzen Welt bereitstellt.
Great that you are watching Wadada News for Kids. Let me tell you about our program. Many countries do not have a special news program for kids. We have taken up the challenge to change this. Wadada News for Kids is an international network. It is a cooperation of TV programs in Europe, Africa, Asia, and Latin America. And we bring news, opinions, and stories from the perspective of kids, growing an informed generation worldwide. Not so long ago, there was no news for kids. What kids thought and felt did not really matter. However, now we have a tradition of news for kids worldwide. Great Britain started the first news program for children in 1972, News Round, which still exists today. 9 years later, the Netherlands followed with NOS Jeugdjournaal and Germany in 1984. A few years went by before Italy launched its program GT Ragazzi. Belgium started in 2002. In that very same year, the Kids News Network was born, an initiative of Free Press Unlimited. Suriname was the first country to launch their 10 Minuten Jeugdjournaal in 2004. For a few years, Afghanistan also had News for Kids. Kids News Network helped to start up Z Kids News in Zambia in 2006 and Peru a year later with Napa. In 2008, Burma followed with DVB Youth Voice and Indonesia's Teen Voice in 2010. Mozambique broadcasted between 2009 and 2010. Curaçao's Caribbean Kids News from 2009 to 2012. That year, the Kids News Network expanded in all directions. Bolivia, South Africa, Nicaragua, and Nepal launched their News for Kids. Last year, Ghana gave children a voice with News Generation, and since April 2014, Bangladesh with Canastada. Free Press Unlimited, founder of Kids News Network, is drawing up papers for Brazil, expected to launch this December. Several kids' news programs are in development across the globe. That's a good start, because every country should have its own news for kids.
En nuestro país solo se cuenta no cuenta tanto la opinión de los adolescentes. Entonces es importante porque también nuestra opinión cuenta.
It is important because some people have low self-esteem and they need to see their peers and other people speaking up so that they can also get this confidence to also speak up themselves.
আমি চাই যে ভালো ভালো নেটওয়ার্ক আসুক বিদেশ থেকে এবং আমাদের এখানে ভালো প্রোগ্রাম প্রতিষ্ঠা করুক।
Yang harus dihargai. Ya kita harus harus suara kita tuh harus didengarkan. Bukan orang-orang besar-besar aja, anak-anak juga harus didengarkan sebagai jadi anak-anak penerus bangsa.
We keep expanding. At this moment, Brazil, Ecuador, Egypt, and Mexico have also become part of our network. What I personally like about Wadada News for Kids is how relatively small local stories get to travel to the other side of the world and are being told to kids in a broader perspective. An example of this is the story of a group of kids in Ghana who gave used plastic water bags a new purpose. We asked our whole network how kids in their country deal with waste. As a result, we can share a global view on a local yet universal story, in this case about waste. Now, you all want to see this, right? Well, let's have a look. Nature cannot decompose plastic, so once plastic waste is in nature, it will stay there. In Ghana, there's a lot of plastic outside on the streets, but these kids have a solution. They collect the plastic drinking bags and use them to create soccer nets.
We search for sachet rubbers. Then after that, we wash it. And you wrap it like this. Then as for this one, then you use scissors. That scissors you cut here, the edges of, then you use it for doing the nets.
The kids make the nets to reduce the plastic waste on the streets of Ghana. But Ghana is not the only country where there's too much waste on the streets. Worldwide, this is a problem, and nature gets more and more polluted by it. Animals can choke on it, soil becomes less fertile, and plastic can become toxic and end up in the human food chain. Kids all over the world have their own solutions concerning waste.
We can recycle our waste, but before we can even do that, we should educate the public to know that this kind of negative attitude is very bad. It is affecting our health and it is even affecting our economy as a whole.
Kalau saya melihat banyak sampah di sekitar saya akan mengambil sampah itu karena mencemari lingkungan dan merusak pemandangan.
Mira, en mi opinión podemos hacer campañas que ayuden al medio ambiente a depositar la basura en su lugar, por concientizar a las personas de que depositen la basura en su lugar para que no tengamos estas graves consecuencias.
But you can help as well by putting trash in the bin, taking your own bag to the supermarket, and by telling your friends to do the same. This item is a great example of the possibilities and strength of our network. It's a valuable way to give kids a broader view on what is happening around the world and gain a better perspective on it. If you want to see all daily News for Kids updates from around the world, follow our website, wadadanewsforkids.org.
Frankreich.
Ein klassisches Kindermedienangebot bietet die französische überregionale Zeitung Libération. Le Petit Libé ist auf der Webseite der Tageszeitung zu finden und erklärt Kindern zwischen 7 und 11 Jahren in Form eines Online-Journals die aktuellen Nachrichten.
On radio, TV or on the internet, information is everywhere all the time. But it's hard for children to navigate the news. The key is to understand what's happening in the world around them. That is the goal of Le Petit Libé. It explains every month to children from 7 to 12 on the website of Libération a topic in the news. The US election, the migrant crisis, local elections or the Olympic Games. Every time they can find a clear explanation, a testimony, interactive illustration and eventually a quiz to test their knowledge while having fun. Le Petit Libé also knows how to react in case of major events like the attacks in Paris or Nice with special editions. Farmer, astronaut, schoolboy, football supporter or police officer, Le Petit Libé drives children in their reading by putting himself in the shoes of different characters. Children can read Le Petit Libé on Libération website and find it in the newspaper edition every month.
Pakistan.
Einen ganz anderen Blickwinkel nimmt die erfolgreichste Cartoon-Fernsehserie Pakistans ein. In der Serie Burqa Avenger kämpft eine Superheldin für das Recht auf Bildung für Frauen in ihrem Land. Ihr Superheldinnenkostüm? Eine Burqa. Der Produzent der Serie ist der pakistanische Popstar Aaron Harun Rashid, der den Hintergrund der Superheldin so erklärt.
It's an animated TV series about a female school teacher that teaches at an imaginary school in a city called Habapur. And when the bad guys, the extremists, come to shut down the girls' school because they're against education for females, she dons this burqa-like outfit and she becomes the Burqa Avenger. And literally she fights the bad guys with books and pens. In other words, she hits the bad guys on the head with books. And there's an underlying message in that the pen is mightier than the sword, that education is the answer to solve these issues, not more violence.
Eine feministische Superheldin in dem Gewand, das für einige Frauenrechtlerinnen und Politiker aus dem Westen das Symbol von Unterdrückung und patriarchalen Strukturen der konservativen muslimischen Welt ist? Harun sieht darin keinen Widerspruch. Vielmehr sagt er, dass ein normaler, amerikanischer Superheld wahrscheinlich für die Kinder in Pakistan nicht funktioniert hätte. Und auf die Originalität seiner Sendung ist er besonders stolz.
It's the most popular children's show here in Pakistan. It's running every day, twice a day on Nickelodeon Pakistan, and it's completely indigenous. All the animation, all the script writing, all the recording, everything was done right here in Islamabad in Pakistan. So check it out, Burqa Avenger.